not wet enough. You know what I mean? Isn't pancake batter usually a little bit runnier than that?
Yeah, maybe.
Hello everybody, welcome to the start of a new vlog. I am walking to the subway right now. I'm headed into the city to meet some friends. We're gonna go to a Korean chicken place. It's really good. It's one of our favorites that we go to a lot. It's called Turntable. And then after that, I'm going to go see a show tonight. I'm so excited. In case it wasn't obvious, we're walking through New York City's Flower District right now. Brings back fond memories of the day I shopped for my wedding flowers the day before the wedding. It was such a fun time. I am rushing right now, rushing big time, because the quilt shop that I'm trying to get to closes at 5 and they're not open on like Sunday, Monday or something crazy. Why do quilt shops do this? There are people who quilt who have jobs, who are not retired. I made it with 14 minutes to spare. Hopefully they're not gonna be mad when I walk in there 14 minutes to closing, but I need this fabric for my quilt. Okay, I made it. 4 minutes to spare even, I'm done. So that was a great little quilt shop, Keaton Quilts. I'd never heard of them before. It was my first time visiting there. They have a wonderful selection of prints, like a lot of great stuff. They have William Morris fabrics. They have a large Liberty selection, a whole range of just like the rainbow color wall I think I showed you, and some other stuff. It was really great. The only thing I would say is that their hours kind of suck for people who, like I said, work regular like 9 to 5 jobs, because they close at 5 every day that they are open. They are open on Saturdays, but tomorrow I have a prior engagement which you will see tomorrow. Anyway, it's about 5 o'clock now. As I mentioned, I'm heading to meet some of my friends over at Turntable Jazz, and then after that I'm gonna go see Illinois on Broadway. It's the Sufjan Stevens and Justin Peck collaboration. Normally of their like previous collaborations, they've done ballets together, and I've loved every single one. So I'm so excited to see like their first like Broadway collaboration. It's gonna be so cool. I just got to Turntable. Sorry, the camera's probably not going to do very well because the lighting is very dark in here. It's such a cute restaurant. It's got like a very records theme, as Turntable would suggest. They have like an accompanying karaoke bar as well that they have, that's on like, I think we're on the 5th floor for the restaurant, and I think the karaoke bar is on like the 10th or 12th floor or something. I don't know, it's cool. I'm not really a karaoke person though. It's Callie! Hello!
What? Jennifer, let's flag him down and get the bill.
All right, hello! Hi! I have Callie with me and Callie's mom. We just finished up at dinner at Turntable, and now we're walking to Times Square to go see shows. I'm seeing Illinois, which I am so beyond excited to see this because I love every Justin Peck and Sufjan Stevens collaboration ever.
And I just saw it. I literally saw it this afternoon. It was so good.
You loved it? I can't wait. And Callie and her mom are gonna go see The Notebook. So they're on one of their Broadway binge weekends and they're seeing 8 shows in 4 days.
Embarrassing. Or impressive.
So it's impressive.
It's
It's a marathon. I honestly don't know how you do it. I'm like fatigued after
not
one.
that hard. It's not that hard.
But yeah, so she's going to see The Notebook, which everybody apparently says is also very good. And everyone's like crying all the time watching it. Who knows why? Because, you know, I don't know who doesn't know the story of The Notebook, but I'll be interested to see your Broadway review.
Everyone says it's fabulous and people are like bawling at intermission. And my thought is like, what do they do to move people when we all know how it ends? We all know the story. So,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So, yeah,
Very
we're walking
excited.
over now. Can't wait. The weather is like incredible.
But I hate this place more than life itself.
Everybody saw Illinois last night. It was so good. I felt like I was crying for like a third of the show, maybe even more. It was a very emotional show, but it was wonderful. So if you have an opportunity to see it, I would highly recommend you do so. Back home, I got Andrew some coffee and I'm cutting out 2 more fabrics, but I have a feeling this one is still not gonna be what I want. This one, it just sheds, it's hard to work with. I can't like massage it into place when I'm lining things up. It's just not working. Out to definitely replace this one, but then I thought I can't have just one that's not a quilting cotton, right? Like that would be kind of weird. So I guess I'm also gonna replace this one. Ordered some stuff online. I'm not sure in what world, it took forever to get this too, in what world this is cranberry. I even like messaged her for more pictures. I confirmed the colorway name like before I ordered things from her just to be sure. And this is what she said. That's why I went to Keaton Quilts in the city yesterday to try to find something else. This one I'm still not happy with. It was the darkest red that they had, so I went ahead and got it because I'm only buying half a yard, so it's not super expensive. So I got it just to kind of take a look with the rest of my colors. I did bring these with me yesterday, but it's just, it's not doing it for me, you know? Like it's not the same as this one is. So I think I'm still back to the drawing board with this stupid red. I asked Instagram for suggestions of like places that I could go to, brick and mortar stores, so I could shop in person to look for things, and mentioned that I would even drive to like Jersey, Connecticut, as long as it was like reasonably close, like not too far away. And like 3 people on Instagram suggested to me a quilt shop in Westfield, which is where Andrew's from, but it's convenient because then we could just go there the next time we see them. So we're hoping on Father's Day, which is not this weekend but next weekend, that if we are going to your parents' house for Father's Day, then maybe we could just like pop over to that quilt shop and see if they have anything. Few pleasures in life that match that of a tomato and mayo sandwich with salt and pepper. So we're in the craft room having a lovely little crafting session right now. What are you working on right now?
I am trying to build a music box.
I've been working on this for a long time. And then I am chain piecing tiny tiles. It's happening.
Chapter 8. The police headquarters downtown consists of a sprawling collection of buildings.
He was being very modest. Now he's like, hi!
Look who's here! So, as you can see, Grace is here. We're having a little crafternoon, and I'm gonna give her a tour of my gardens while she's here too. It's kind of how this hangout started, but I was like, let's turn it into a crafternoon. So she brought, turn my brightness down, brought her dress project, which you may have seen on Instagram already. What are you working on?
I'm working on sewing the buttons. I have these very pretty little pearlized buttons. Oh, you probably can't see
You have
it.
to get closer.
Really
the
close?
whole like influencer thing where you like cover the. Maybe.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, but they're cute. They're little sort of plastic pearlized looking shank buttons, and they will go very nicely with the Laura dress. So that's the last part. That's what I'm doing.
And I am working on, as you've already seen, my tiny tiles quilt, which I am chain piecing to save myself lots of time. I'm not chain piecing like the whole stack at once. I'll do like a little stack and then move on to little stack. So I actually already finished this little stack right here.
Oh, wow.
I ordered one of those, do you still follow Kristen Bullenvine on YouTube by chance?
Yes.
Okay, so she has this like, she's very into quilting, as I'm sure many of you know who watch Kristen, but she has all of these like little nifty gadgets, and I saw that she has this rotating cutting mat that's like a 10-inch
I want one of those.
round. So
They're pricey.
I know, I just bought one today because I feel like it would be really useful for trimming down
Yes,
all of these.
I really want one, but
Yeah.
like,
So I bought one of
next
those
quilt.
today. Yeah. And so I treated myself to one of these little rotating mats so that I could trim these down more easily. So yeah, I'm excited for
Alright.
that. But she's got all these cute little tools. She's so good at, she does so many quilts. I'm astounded. It's amazing. Her output is incredible. But
I need to make other quilts.
what's on your, do you have like a next step or some patterns that you're really eyeing?
I have ideas, mostly just ideas. I actually do have the desire to do I'd like to do a double wedding ring quilt and or a pickle dish quilt.
I think the pickle dish is so cute.
I think the pickle dish is really cute. And I'd like to do the sort of boxier, squashed looking one. The one that where it's I think it's a little bit easier to sew. And I also want to do a log cabin.
Oh,
I feel like
classic.
I've never made one.
I love log cabin
Yeah.
quilts. I really love like modular style quilts like that.
Yeah,
in
and I feel like
general.
that would be like, are you really a quilter if you haven't made a log cabin quilt?
Right? No.
I guess not.
You can't be. I'm not a quilter then
Not a quilter
because
yet.
I haven't made a log cabin
Yeah,
quilt.
I feel like it's something I need to do. Also, I think it'd be a really great way to use up scraps of like clothing fabric, because you know when you are cutting on fold, you always have like longer pieces that are offcuts. I think those would be great to use for a log cabin quilt. So I think I have it in my mind that I'm gonna use scraps for it.
I was looking for, I thought it was a pickle dish quilt that I had saved, but it was not, so never mind. But I do love
The one that I'm thinking of specifically is the one that's in Kay Fassett's Quilt Romance book. It's on the cover. It's very pink. I think I'm in a pink era.
I didn't really, so like when I first started making quilts, I didn't have any concept of like who people like Kay Fassett were. I didn't know. I just did. So when I picked out my bed quilt, I was like, oh, let's look at this book. And it turns out it was a Kay Fassett quilt.
Was it?
Yeah, I had no idea. My 2-inch square crazy one that's on my bed
That one's
now.
very pretty. That's a Kay Fassett?
The pattern is, but of course the fabrics are not like his fabrics. So we're crafting, chit-chatting. Hopefully go see the gardens in a little bit. Oh, we're also exchanging favorite YouTube information for channels we subscribe to because we both love YouTube, as I'm sure you do, because
That's
you're
why we're
watching
friends.
YouTube right now. Yes, that's how we met.
Not to be a creep, but
What are your guys' favorite YouTube channels? Let me know in the comments. I'm
Yeah.
always looking for new stuff. Not just like crafting YouTube. I watch a lot of different stuff. Grace just told me about, what's this one called again?
Escape to Rural France. I'm really into like the chateau renovation side of YouTube. That's really fun to watch. And I also enjoy watching like thrift styling content.
I watch a lot of gardening YouTube channels and a lot of fashion influencer channels because I get a lot of fashion inspo for stuff to sew later.
There's a lot of gardening content crossover with the chateau.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll just sit here.
Okay. Grace is pruning my roses for me to deadheading my roses.
It's so fun.
It is, it's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
So these are our treasures that we cut from the garden from that very long deadheading session. We have mostly Sweet Juliet in here, some Willerton Old Hall, Crown Princess Margaretta, some crocus, a little bit of everything, but mostly Sweet Juliet.
So pretty.
And catmint. So Grace left a little while ago. We had such a great time hanging out, and now Andrew and I are heating up dinner. We have a vegetarian pozole that he made for us last night, one of our favorite recipes.
Yes.
So we're gonna have that with some little like mini black bean and cotija quesadillas. I know the fruit flies are coming back for some reason. Who knows? And yeah, so it should be good. I've been working on my quilt all afternoon. Hitting a roadblock though with this
I'm happy with the
reds
colors.
issue. Yes, I just don't like that new red that I got yesterday from Keaton. I like the green. The green is perfect, but the red not so much. So I think I have to pause because I can't keep going without using the reds in it. Otherwise there will not be enough fabric to go around. Like I need the other color because I purchased accordingly to have enough. So I need to have the red and I need to go purchase some so that I can start integrating it into the quilt. Exciting new purchase has arrived. I think I was talking about this briefly yesterday when Grace was here, but I got this rotating cutting mat. I'll leave it linked down below. It is not like a tool you absolutely have to have, but it is really nice for speedy quilt block trimming. This makes it so much faster so I don't have to like keep turning and repositioning this every time. For trimming down the block, you can just spin it. So yeah, it's really easy to use. I'm really enjoying it. Everybody, it is Tuesday night and I am out in the city meeting my friend Brittany who's in town for dinner, and we're going to Rosemary's, which has a few locations, but it's a really good restaurant. So if you're in New York, I would definitely recommend it. I really like it. I wore my Rachel Comey dress for the occasion that I made a long time ago, not that long ago, last year, and yeah, I'm excited to be wearing it again because it's been a while. Brittany's here. We've ordered some salad and focaccia and pizza and pasta. So it has been a few days. By the way, I totally acknowledge this vlog is probably a little bit all over the place, and I also apologize for how long I know it's taken to get this video out. I think by the time I'll be able to post this, the last one I have posted will have been like 3 weeks ago. Not my intention, but as I've mentioned, we're going through a really busy season at work right now. I apologize, but I'm sure you guys will understand. Yes, of course, the second I turn on the camera, now Frida really wants to play with her spring. Anyway, a little outfit of the day. Today I'm wearing my Paradise Patterns summer camisole. I sewed this in a black and white rib knit from Lyrical Fabrics, and then some red shorts that I got from TJ Maxx ages ago. Anyway, I wanted to sit here and chat with you guys for a little bit because I've acquired like a few things that I think are kind of interesting and maybe you'll find interesting too. I've already told you about my rotating cutting mat, which I'm so glad that I got. But right away when I was starting to trim my blocks on it, I realized it was kind of annoying to use this ruler to trim it because it's bigger than the size of the cutting mat. So I decided to also invest in a small set of smaller rulers to make it easier to like press on the mat without it like putting the rotating cutting mat like off kilter, off center, if that makes sense. So I got this little set of Omni Grid rulers. This one's a 6x6 square, a 4x4 square, and this little one right here, which I'm sure will come in handy for something. So yeah, I just got the little set. I'll leave everything linked down below. And then two more things that I got recently. I got a pair of shoes, so I thought I would show you, and oddly enough, they are Tevas. I've never purchased a Teva sandal before. Let me show it to you. So I've already worn them once, which is why they have this discoloration on them right there. But I was totally sold on an Instagram ad. I saw them and I thought that they were so cute that I just had to have them. And so I bought a pair from an Instagram ad. That like never happens, by the way. I'm not somebody who really buys things from Instagram ads, but I'm putting them on so I can show you. And here they are. You can kind of see they're like these very like lace-up style shoes. I think they're super cute and super comfortable. I really like them. I just like, yeah, when I saw them on the Instagram ad, I was sold immediately. Obviously, because I bought them. But yeah, I just think they're so cute. I love the lace-up effect on them. They're sold as an outdoorsy shoe, so they're really comfortable to wear. And they have this little like strap on the back where you can tighten or loosen it around your ankle as much or as little as you want, which is nice. The only thing that I found kind of annoying about them is that they don't have half sizes, and I'm an 8.5. And so I decided to size up to the 9. But yeah, I really love them. I think they're super cute. Here, I'll show you. I think they're super cute. Aren't they adorable? I don't know. They really spoke to me. And yeah, I can imagine this with so many outfits. Like it would be cute with like a cute little black dress, like a short mini dress, or like a maxi length cotton dress. I don't know. I just feel like it would go really well with a lot of things in my wardrobe. So I decided to go ahead and get those. And then the last thing, Andrew and I needed new sheets. A lot of ours just have holes in them now. And typically, this is probably gonna sound strange, but I was like a stan of the Pure Beach jersey knit sheets from Bed Bath & Beyond. I've been buying those for years, and I know that jersey knit sheets kind of get a bit like a bad rep for being like very college-like or dorm room-like, but this particular brand, the Pure Beach jersey sheets from Bed Bath & Beyond, so soft and so comfortable. I love those sheets, but they do get holes in them like really easily, which is kind of annoying. So I decided to try a different sheet, and I researched on the internet, as you do, and found that this set from Target, oddly enough, the Threshold set of sheets from Target, they're not jersey knit. They're like a regular sheet. Yeah, just like a regular bed sheet, not a jersey knit sheet. And people really apparently love the Threshold sheets from Target. So I decided to give it a try to see what I think. I bought 2 sets for us, so I need to put them in the washer so I can go ahead and get them out, but they feel really soft and nice, and the price point was really good. I want to say they were like $40 to $50, maybe $60, I can't remember, for a queen size set, which for sheets is very affordable, I think. So I'm really excited. I'll let you know what I think. Let me know if you're a fan of the Target sheets. But yeah, apparently like they are very beloved by the internet, so I thought I would give it a try. And I got them in this colorway. It's kind of hard to see because I'm sure my camera is blowing it out a little bit, but it's like a gray blue color. It's more gray, but like a white gray blue, and it's called Frost, I think, or something like that. So I got 2 sets. We'll see how it goes. They smell weird. I don't like how they smell right now. They need to be washed, that's for sure. So yeah, a few like random purchases that I thought I would share with you. Today is Friday. It's the middle of the day. I have the day off today actually for a summer Friday, which is nice. So far I've just spent it making breakfast and lunch and stuff. I made like a macaroni salad that's really good. Yeah, I've just been like lounging around the house catching up on YouTube that I haven't been able to watch recently. This afternoon I have a doctor's appointment, so I'll be going to that, and then later this evening I'm not sure what Andrew and I will get up to. like I said, I just have not been in the mood for garment sewing. I watch all this content on YouTube about garment sewing, but I'm just not in the mood to sew it myself. I don't know, it's a weird feeling. I'm sure it will be back though, I'm not stressed about it. I've been doing a lot of other things like gardening and reading. I did start a new book a few days ago called The Unmaking of June Pharaoh, and I'm really enjoying that so far. Let me know in the comments if you've read that one. Yeah, it's got like, it seems to have some sort of like witchy magical vibes to it, which if you've been following me for a while, you know I love anything witchy, magical, whatsoever. I'm also reading very low-key 1Q84 by Haruki Murakami. That's like the only one of his novels that I haven't read. I've read every single Haruki Murakami novel that exists. I believe there's one that's coming out later this year, which I'm really excited about. He's like one of my all-time favorite authors. If you like magical realism, definitely look into Haruki Murakami. I like love his writing style and yeah, just like his books, I find them really interesting. But 1Q84, I just never read that one. It's so long, so it's a bit intimidating. So I've been slowly working my way through that one. And then I'm also reading, I know it sounds weird to be reading multiple books at once. Typically I don't read 3 at once. I usually read 2. And because I do one as an audiobook that I do on my walks every morning, and then one as like an actual like reading book that I will read like in the evenings or on my lunch breaks and stuff like that. But for my audiobook right now, I'm listening to The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. That one's really interesting. It's like this princess, for lack of a better, she's not a princess, but like some elevated in society woman who's like very young in Renaissance Italy, betrothed and married off to a husband. She's like 13 years old and married off to a husband who's 25, who may or may not have nefarious intentions. It goes back and forth between, is it her imagination? Is it because she's so young? Is this man actually trying to kill her? I don't know. It's like it's very interesting so far. I'm really enjoying that. So I've been listening to that one on my walks in the morning. So that one is, again, The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. But yeah, I think right now my favorite one is The Unmaking of June Pharaoh. Just captured my attention right away. Let me know what you guys are reading, if you have any recommendations. I'm always looking for anything witchy whatsoever, adult, young adult. I love young adult as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you're reading.
I'm starting to feel it's running.
Hello everybody, I'm back again. I swear I feel like I'm only talking to you in this room and it's only when I'm back from a few days to show you things, but that's just the way that this vlog has gone. If you stick around to the end, there are definitely some things I want to chat with you about, hear your perspective on, but until we get to that, I'm gonna show you a few more things that I've picked up recently. But the past few days have been really fun. Today is Sunday. Friday, like I mentioned, I had a doctor's appointment. Andrew and I went to it's not new actually, but it's really popular. It's called L'Appartement 4F and it's a patisserie. They're really famous for their mini croissant cereal. They like blew up on Instagram. And they're famous because they're two lovely, beautiful French people who opened up this patisserie in Brooklyn. And it was so good that it has like every single weekend in the morning, there's like a line around the block to get it. And it just so happened that this patisserie was right next to my doctor. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been seeing this like online. I was so excited. And so we stopped in and it turns out they still had stuff left at, what time was it that we went there? Like 4? Yeah, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which was shocking that they even had anything left at all at that point. But luckily for me, my favorite croissant is just my favorite pastry is a plain croissant, and there's usually always plain croissants to be had even at the end of the day, because I guess it's not everyone's favorite, but it's definitely mine. It was so good, right Andrew, wouldn't you agree?
It was excellent, and I had a pistachio chocolate.
Yes, he had a pistachio chocolate croissant, and he says it's like one of the best croissants he's ever eaten, which I guess shouldn't be surprising considering, like I said, it's owned by 2 French people who taught, I guess, all of their bakers everything that they know. So yeah, and it got really popular for a reason. I think they've even opened up a second location in the West Village, if I'm not mistaken, which is also a wine bar. So I really want to check that out. Anyway, we did that on Friday. I also went to Sephora, and I am like ashamed almost at the damage that I did at Sephora. I would actually love to make a whole separate video of just like showing you what I've gotten like in the past 6 months, because I feel like I have made so many amazing skincare and makeup discoveries this year. So many things that I love. I've mentioned it so many times. Like my whole entry into YouTube was fashion and beauty YouTube channels, because it gives me so much inspo about what to sew for myself. And then of course I also love beauty YouTube channels, so I love makeup and skincare and all that stuff. So I would love to make a dedicated video. Maybe the next one will be just like a short little video showing you guys all of my favorite finds of things that I've gotten in the past 6 months, and do like a little updated favorite makeup kind of thing. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. But yeah, so many good finds. So that was Friday. And then yesterday, which was Saturday, I went to Westfield yesterday. I went to Urban Society with Andrew's mom. She also recommended a few other fabric stores I could check out while I was in town also. So we went to a Joann, we went to Fabricland, and was there one other one? I feel like there was one other one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyway, but yeah, so we went, and I didn't find something that I feel replaces this one, but I did find more of this like dark reddish purple one that I already have and like. So I figure at the very least I could just buy more of that color and mix that in. So here's more of that. And then when I was at Joann's, I also found some amazing things in their sale section. First, I found this mesh fabric, which has like a gradient to it. It's folded in half right now, but it's very light, like this kind of steely gray blue in the middle part of it. And then it ombres to a navy at the edges. So I bought 3 yards of, or maybe it was 2.5, because it was the end of the bolt, what was left on it in the clearance section. So I think I have 2.5 yards of this, and I think it would make a fabulous like top or a dress even. I would make some sort of sheath dress and then get a long slip in like a matching color, navy or something, to wear underneath it. I think that would look so pretty. So I love the idea of that. So that was a cool find. And then I found this knit fabric in this cream color. It's a rib knit. There you go, you can see it there, a pretty wide rib knit. Yeah, it's really soft and comfortable. So I bought quite a bit of that. I think I got like 3.5 yards of this, because I feel like I can make several things with that. And then last but not least, I've had my eye on this pattern for a while, and I've seen a lot of really cute projects made with it. It's Vogue 9311, but I really like this dress right here. It's got very like Zimmerman vibes to it. I think it would make a great little summer dress. I'm definitely gonna have to muslin this one, because I know that this neckline is probably gonna gape on me, so I'll probably have to muslin that, which is not my favorite thing to do, but it will be worth it, I think, to get good fit on this bodice here so that it lies flat against my chest. Oh, and then speaking of this top, I also got this while I was out at the thrift store. I think it's cute. It's definitely a bit outside of the kinds of things I normally get, but I like it. It does dip really low though, so I'm thinking, because it shows my bra obviously, which I don't really care about, if I'm being honest. I'm fine with that, but I think it would still be nice to maybe put like a little hook and eye like right here if I just like want to be more modest in certain situations. But yeah, I think it's a really cute little summer top. Definitely different for me, but yeah, I like it. I think it's a cute little top. So got that at the thrift store. So yeah, and then there's 2 more things I want to talk to you about before the end of this video. The first one is, recently I had a little bit of a health scare. Luckily everything is fine, but I'm telling you the full story because I feel like I just want to encourage you as well to get things checked out like I did, and not wait as long as I did to make sure that everything was okay. So a long time ago, the end of 2022, I felt a few lumps in my armpit, but I didn't think anything of it because I was like, oh, there's lymph nodes in there. Maybe it's just because I'm like got sick or something like that. I don't know, but I went to go get it checked out. And she was like, I think it's probably okay, but just to be on the safe side, I'm giving you this referral for an ultrasound to go get it checked out. I never did. And flash forward to a year and a half later, I guess a year and a half to nearly 2 years later, almost 2 years later, I finally decided, after seeing a YouTube video, I saw a YouTube video from one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Lisa Napoli. I also adore her sister's YouTube channel, Karen Napoli. They are both just like some of the most beautiful people inside out. I mean, literally beautiful because they are models, but just like the most sunshiny ray of light people. If you like Parisian life, fashion, beauty, stuff like that, I would definitely recommend checking out their channels. Anyway, one of them was recently diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And she talked about on her channel how long it took her to go get a suspicious lump that she had up here checked out. And she finally, you know, followed up on it and figured out that she had Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I was like, you know what, like, why didn't I ever get those lumps checked out in my armpits? So I finally made an appointment to go get it checked out. At first, it seemed that it was like really serious. They did the ultrasound. They were concerned. They categorized it as suspicious. They said I needed to do a biopsy like as soon as possible, but they wanted to get me back in because it was just an ultrasound. That I needed to call my doctor and get another referral, the lovely American healthcare system, to get another referral to get a mammogram first so that they could do a more like intensive look at like the breast tissue and in my armpit because it's kind of in a weird spot, like I said. So they did the mammogram and another ultrasound. I was there for like half of the day, like in and out, getting more pictures, more angles, videos. The doctor's like, okay, now I want to see it from this angle, and now I see something else. Let's check both sides. After spending about half of the day there, at the end of the day, they finally told me it was benign. I could go home. I did not need the biopsy. They did not recommend it, but I just wanted to like share that experience with you. I'm glad to know it was fine, but I wish I had not waited so long to find out because that's just like time I could have spent making sure, like, you know, having the peace of mind that nothing was wrong. And what if something was? You know, it was just a really stupid thing to do, and I wanted to share it with you because I'm sure this is probably relatable to somebody out there. And if you just have any suspicions at all, please go get yourself checked out. It's not worth your health to delay finding out inevitable news, and hopefully it will be nothing wrong, but if this inspires you, just get it checked out. Luckily for me, in my case, nothing was wrong, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that. But I wish I had not taken so long to go get that ultrasound and that mammogram to find out for sure. Because what if that wasn't the case? Like, I don't want to catastrophize or anything like that. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is I wish I had not taken so long to get it checked out. And if this video inspires one of you to get something checked out that you've been meaning to get checked out for a long time, just go do it. Go take care of it. Give yourself that peace of mind. Find out information that you need to know about your health. Health is the most important thing that we have. So I just wanted to share that story with you, and I'm glad everything, like I said, everything is okay. But yeah, just go get yourself checked out. Look out for yourselves. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you about, I haven't really even prepared like how to say this or like mention it, but I've just been feeling a type of way about Instagram lately. And you may have noticed if you follow me on there that I just like have not been as active on there anymore. I don't know, at some point I just realized Instagram is not making me feel good when I'm on there. It's not making me feel inspired. It's not that it's making me feel bad. It's not making me feel sad, but I just feel like it's a black hole wasting my time when I'm not really interested in the things that I'm seeing on there. I think because of the stupid algorithm that just keeps trying to recommend stupid content from things I don't even follow. Luckily, I do use that following feature where you can sort your feed by only the people you follow, and I do use that often enough when I remember. But it just got to the point where I was just getting annoyed with being on Instagram, and like even people that I follow and like their content. I started seeing recently like videos and reels about like how to make your content go viral, or post that reel so you can get more followers. This is what I did, even from people that I like and follow. And it just gives me the ick. I've never been somebody who wants to do something for the follows. I share what I share online because I love sharing my crafting. I love sharing my life. I like sharing my cooking and my gardening and my sewing and fashion and beauty and New York City life and travel. You know, like I just cannot stick to one particular thing. And luckily for all of you guys, you seem to really like that, because the channel, my YouTube channel has very consistent views. Like the people who watch it, they watch it regularly and dedicatedly, and I love you all for it. I hope you all know that I get as much from my interactions from you as I hope that you get from watching my videos. But something about Instagram lately is just making me feel like it's so shallow. I just feel like I'm not giving like the entire breadth of myself on that channel, and I'm not getting that from other people. I'm getting these like tiny bite-sized reels where they like want me to force me to read something in the caption while their reel plays on loop over and over so that it gets more views. It's just like the Instagram games. I'm kind of over it, and I would just love to know what you guys think about that, because there's so many people I follow who I really adore on that platform who don't have YouTube channels, who aren't like more in the public sphere of sharing like I am. They're people who I found because I formed friendships with you guys on my Instagram or my YouTube, and I love to know what you guys are up to. So I would hate to lose it from that perspective, but there's just something about Instagram that has not been sitting well with me lately. And I wouldn't say that this is actually a new thing. I say lately, but I think Andrew could probably tell you this happens every year, at least once a year, and usually it's around Christmas time where I think about quitting Instagram altogether, because I just don't like being on it so much, and I haven't, and I've never even, I think, talked about this like on YouTube or anything before, but I've just kind of stepped back from it in a major way around May, and I don't miss it. Now YouTube, on the other hand, I love YouTube because I love long form content. I love blogs, I love vlogs like what I'm doing right now. I just feel like there's so much more depth to it and like soul, and you can really see the essence of who I am in video content. I just feel like this is where I shine. I love to talk with you guys in this way and be like more well-rounded. So YouTube, I don't think I could ever give up. I mean, I say ever, hopefully, you know, who knows, but like, I love YouTube. It's just that it's so much more time consuming to edit the vlogs for it. It's a lot harder to get the content out, especially when my personal life is busy. So that aspect is really challenging. But, excuse me, I'm just curious like what you guys think about Instagram and YouTube these days, how you're feeling about it. I've asked you a lot of questions in this vlog. I want to know your opinions about Instagram right now, and yeah, just anything that you guys think. I'm always dying to hear your opinions. But yeah, that's like I said, I haven't really fully prepped what I was gonna say about this, but it's just been on my mind so much lately. It felt strange not to share it with you, so I'm sharing it with you now. So those are my thoughts. Instagram, might walk away. I mean, I don't think I'll like quit the platform, but I'm hardly ever on it anymore. You know how Apple, if you have an iPhone, gives you like a report of how many hours you've spent of screen time on your phone, and it's like embarrassing how high mine was before when I was on Instagram all the time. Now Instagram isn't even in, like, as of this past month, Instagram's not even in my top 5 apps. It was easily #1 by a long shot. Like, I can't even tell you guys how many hours I've been on Instagram in the past for like my screen time. It would be embarrassing. But yeah, and Instagram hasn't been even in my top 5 apps. Now whenever I get on it, I'm like, I don't enjoy being here. I literally say that out loud. I don't enjoy being here. I go to the people who I like want to see what they're up to. I watch their stories. I go to their pages to like see like the actual people I know and love. Grace, Candace, Stephanie. I could name all these people. So I can't. I'll be here all day. There's so many of you who I really love to just see what you're up to in real life. But the Instagram games of like gaining followers and all that, it's just not for me. That's never been me, and it's never going to be. So I'm here for the substance. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, you've listened to me ramble for so long. How many minutes have been talking? Almost 10 minutes now. So hopefully this hasn't been too boring, and hopefully it hasn't made this video super, super long. And I've also been fidgeting with strings on my table over here as I talk about it, because like I said, I'm not super prepared. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm gonna close the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Like, you guys really are like an extension of my friends and family. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.